Hi everyone, and welcome to part one, or should I say chapter one, because this is about the book Do You Speak English, which is a book that I've just recently published. This book has 12 different chapters in it, and what I'll be doing in these steps, or rather these chapters, is doing the same as the book. So if you're interested in part one, that's this one, which is about learning English, this is for you. Okay? Alright, so step one, how do I improve this language? You first need to look at a list of places that speak the language. Okay? You've chosen to learn a language which is spoken in many places around the world. Okay? If you marry this language, you marry the whole family. All 61 of us. Okay, so if you're watching this clip because you want to improve your English and you're only focusing on one country, that's not the answer. Okay, open up the list a little and start learning about more countries. About 61 of us, I believe. Okay, so that's step one. Learn where it is spoken. It couldn't be any easier than that. Step two, let's go a little bit smaller now and choose a city where it is spoken. Now what I'd like you to do is choose a city where you've never been before. Okay, so don't just choose the obvious place. I've chosen London as an obvious place because that's where the language comes from. But be creative. Choose a city in a country that you'd like to get to know a little bit better. Alright, so YouTube, name of the country, name of the city, go to that city on YouTube and have a look around. Okay. Step three, let's go a little bit smaller now and choose a place in the city where you'll find a lot of signs, a lot of information, and the best place that I've chosen is a market. Okay, so again, go to YouTube, look for the name of a market in that city and have a look around. Now step one, step two, step three, we don't even need to hear the language yet. That comes in step four, television. Now this couldn't be any easier because a lot of TV is in English. What you'll need to do though is to choose three different countries on the list that I've provided and choose some of those TV series. It can be drama, a documentary, news, whatever you're interested in. Okay, but again, be creative and follow the episodes, follow the characters. This is how you learn about how people behave in that language. Okay, so that's step four. On to step five, and this is where I start to get a little bit angry. Okay, step five and step six is about food. Now, if you're learning English and you're one of these people that thinks that hamburgers, hot dogs and pizza is what most people eat in the English-speaking world, that's insulting. Okay, please don't go to a place like the United States and think that something like hamburgers is cuisine. Okay, American cuisine is much richer than that. I'm tired of people saying that British food is bad. It's not bad. No country has bad food. The attitude is bad. Okay, if that's what you think about the food, it's your attitude. You need to open up your mind to what people eat. In the same way that if I learn Japanese, I have to learn about Japanese food. If I learn Italian, I learn about Italian food. Please do the same. Okay. You've chosen this language to communicate with people. If you don't understand what those people eat, you're not communicating with them. You're not connecting. Okay? It couldn't be any easier than that. Okay? It's just a menu. It's just food. Learn about it. There's a list on the blog. Okay? Step 7 couldn't be any easier. It's about music, and a lot of music is recorded in English. The best thing to do on YouTube is to look for the lyrics and follow those songs. Learn the words. That's the best way to learn how to follow music, by looking at the lyrics, the song words. Step 8 is to learn more about the sport that people play in those countries that speak the language. It's divided into two. North America, it's more about baseball, basketball, hockey, or American football. And then there's the other, which is usually the Commonwealth countries that used to be British colonies, and they are more interested in cricket, rugby, and what most people refer to as football or soccer. Depends on where you're from, okay? So that's step 8. Take an interest in some local sport. Step 9 is an easy one. It's movies, but I've made it a little bit harder by taking away the Hollywood movies because that's too easy, okay? Choose something different, perhaps from a place that's a little bit different where they speak English. And if you're watching this movie on, let's say, a DVD player, then make sure the language is the same with the subtitles, okay? If you choose a different language for your subtitles, it's going to confuse you. You'll be too busy reading, not listening, and it doesn't work, okay? So the subtitles must be the same as the language that you're listening to. Step 10, get on Skype and start communicating with someone. Language exchange. And on my blog I have a little list of some websites where you can find some language exchange partners and arrange a time to speak with them on Skype. Okay, there's no better way than to communicate with a native speaker. Okay, step 11. Learn more about what it's like to work in a place that speaks the language. Learn some vocabulary about work. Okay, some business words, for example. And I've included some examples on my blog. Step 12, and the last one, is to learn about the difference between people who speak the language. Remember, it's a big family and you've decided to take on this family. Okay, learn about the difference between them. Alright, so those are the 12 steps. Feel free to leave comments, but please, no questions like, but how can I learn this language? Alright, easy answer for you, it's your attitude, okay? Follow some of these steps, preferably follow all of these steps. Learn what it is that makes these people think, okay? People who speak English, what do they eat? What do they listen to? How do they behave? Okay? If you're not interested in these things, you're not connecting. If you want to speak to people like me, but you're not interested in the same things as me, how can we connect? Okay? So that's my easy but strict advice on how to learn this first language, which is English. Part 2 will be French. Okay? So I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you. Bye-bye.